So yesterday I started talking to you about something called limiting self-beliefs and how these are beliefs that we have about ourselves that were formed when we were very young, and that how they can inhibit us from doing what we really want to do. So today I want to go into more about that and about something very exciting that I've decided to do to help my clients with their limiting self-beliefs. But first I want you to do an exercise. I want you to imagine that you're looking at a snowy white marble statue, and it's beautiful and it's perfect, and it's a statue of you. Okay, so you're looking at this statue, and then I want you to imagine that you bring a pane of glass and you put it between you and this beautiful statue of yourself, and the pane of glass is dirty. So all of a sudden the statue of you is harder to see, and it's got some cracks in it, so it looks like the statue now has some deep fissures on it. And then you pick up a pen and you draw on the glass in front of that statue, and the bits of you that you don't like, you might color out, or the things that don't look like the way you see them, you change them. And then you write a list of things on that glass about yourself, things that you tell yourself. So maybe it's that I'm not smart enough. Maybe it's not I'm not good enough. Maybe it's that I'm not pretty enough. That little voice inside your head, those things that you tell yourself about yourself for reasons for why you aren't having that life that you want, that success that you want. And then you stand back and now you look at that marble statue again and you find yourself thinking, that's better, that's right. But here's the thing about that. Behind that pane of glass with all its dirt and its cracks and its drawings, that perfect statue still exists. That perfect version of you is still there. And it's just the way you see it that has changed. It's just the way you think about it that is different. When you take away that pane of glass, that lens that you have over your eyes of how you think about yourself, you will find that you are perfect just the way you are. You are whole and you are worthy just the way you are. So the thing is that these limiting self-beliefs, these beliefs about yourself that you formed before you could crawl, before you could walk, before you could talk, before you went to school, these are the things that are acting like your true north. These are the things that are dictating how you behave. So your compass is off. What if there was a way to dissolve them? What if there was a way to take these things out of your head that are kind of like, it's like a maze in your head? What if we could lift these walls out one by one till there was no maze? I mean, would you be brave enough to do it, or would you prefer to hide in the lies that you tell yourself about you? Are you willing to get out of your comfort zone far enough to embrace your full potential? Are you willing to walk out of the shadows into the blazing sun? So these are the questions that I found myself facing a couple of years ago. You know, I was in my business, I was spinning my wheels, I was going around in circles, and part of me knew that I was so able, and yet I couldn't get the thought and the actions that I was taking to align because I had limiting self-beliefs. I'm not saying they're all gone, but I am a lot further along the path than I was now, because I started researching and looking for ways for me to overcome these beliefs and for how they were impacting my life and the way I was acting out because of them. So things like overeating, you know, things like not doing what I was promising myself I would do, spending time doing things other than what I should be doing. So for some people it's over drinking, for some people it's overspending, gambling. You know, there's lots of different ways that we act out on these limiting self-beliefs and we allow them to inhibit us. So I finally discovered something called analytical hypnotherapy. Now, before you freak out about hypnotherapy, it's not about being hypnotized. It's not about having your will taken away from you. Instead, it's about diving deep into your unconscious mind and finding these memories that created these limiting self-beliefs. And at that point in time, you have a choice of whether or not you want to deal with this memory and process this memory. See, when we're children, we're not fully able to process things. We're not fully able to process emotions. So we develop these limiting self-beliefs to protect ourselves. But as we become adults, those self-beliefs no longer serve us. And quite often these self-beliefs are created within us by things that we observe from other people acting out on their own limiting self-beliefs. And we form opinions about ourselves because of what other people do and say, or because of experiences that we have, and we want to protect ourselves. But then when we're adults and we're trying to make something amazing out of our lives, it's these memories that are blocking us. So analytical hypnotherapy allows us to go back into our conscious mind and bring up these memories and to process them and to deal with them so that these self-beliefs dissolve. Now, it's very different from clinical hypnotherapy. Clinical hypnotherapy is a quick fix, a band-aid. So for instance, stop smoking in 2 hours. That's clinical hypnotherapy. And that can work very well, but it is like a band-aid. And for these deep wounds, it doesn't work at all. So analytical hypnotherapy is not something that's done overnight. It is something that is a process. Now, me discovering this about people and these limiting self-beliefs, how they can block success no matter how much somebody wants it, made me realize that I can work with clients. I can help them build their businesses online. I can teach them how to market. But if they subconsciously or unconsciously do not believe that they can do it, then we're going to fail. And I don't want that. I don't want that for my clients. So I've started a new journey for myself, which I'm very excited about, where I'm on a path to help my clients and myself more than ever. And I've actually just started training as an analytical hypnotherapist. So over the next year, I'm going to work to the point where I can start working with my clients where they have these blocks that are coming up, where they're butting up against these walls where they just can't get through them, so that I can help them dissolve these self-beliefs that are stopping them from having the success that they want. Now, I'm at the point where I'm able to do guided relaxation meditations. I'm nowhere near the stage of actually doing the therapy side of it, but I have been trained to do guided relaxation meditations, and I have set up a calendar for my friends and family that I want to extend to anyone watching this video, so that if you think that at this point in time, you know what, having a guided relaxation meditation would not be such a bad thing, it'd be a nice thing, you can jump on my calendar. It's a 45-minute appointment on Zoom, so no matter where you are in the world, we can do this. We can just have a quick talk, get to know each other a little bit better, and then I can take you through a relaxation meditation. So if you think that that would be something you'd like to do, then jump on my calendar. So the link to it is donnajoyusher.com/relax. Jump on my calendar. Let's book a time for me to take you through a relaxation guided meditation. Okay, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm really excited to share my news with you of where I'm going and where I'm heading, and I will keep you up to date as I progress in my process of becoming an analytical hypnotherapist. Have a wonderful day.